Welcome to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Cole.
We slum it hard so you don't have to.
Guys,
This is great.
It's been a rough night so far.
It's been a long, hard winter.
Off to a banging start. That's what the kids say, right?
I
think that's what they say, yeah.
Kids say banging start?
They say this one's a real banger. And they're talking about songs and things like that. And then sometimes people who with tattoos, they get like a little tattoo and they're like, check out this little banger.
What?
Yeah. They call it a banger.
Oh.
And then like if you go to the UK or like, you know, that area.
Yeah, bangers and mash.
They got bangers and mash, yeah. So sausages are also bangers. It's weird. And then gangbangers. Which I watched this video of this guy who's like talking about Crips softball league.
What?
Yeah. And he was saying that the gang, you're always a gang member. Once you're in the gang, you're always a member. Like, so just everyone who's a part of it is a member, but the guys that are active are gang bangers. So that's the difference.
Really?
Yeah.
So once a gang banger, always a gang member.
Well, you don't even have to bang ever to be a member.
What?
When I hear gang banger, that in my mind means like fake, like some poser who just wears a Raiders hat and
You're
wears
out
his
banging.
pants
You're
low.
out on the street banging.
I guess so. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that I probably don't have the most experience with actual gang culture.
Yeah, or as some people call them, street fraternities.
That seems like the type of thing that I would call them, if we're being honest. But
Or hoodlums? Or miscreants?
No, so I was watching that Killer Mike has this show. I forget what it's called. It's called Trigger Warning. It's a stupid name, but it's a funny show. But he was talking about that. How
Who's Killer Mike?
Killer Mike is a rapper and activist.
Oh, yeah, of course I know who that is.
You may know him from Run the Jewels. Are you familiar with Run the Jewels?
Yes, but
Killer Mike and LP.
I don't...
Killer Mike
I
is
see
the
like
black one.
tweets and stuff about Run the Jewels, and it's one of those things that makes me feel old because I don't understand them.
They're just a rap.
They're just a rap group? Okay.
Yeah. It's Killer Mike and LP.
Okay.
I think LP is more known as a producer. I could be wrong, but generally I think.
He's apparently an Atlanta rapper.
Yeah, he also worked with this guy, Aesop Rock, that I like quite a bit.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Is Post Malone one of those guys that we'll look back on and think, oh, he was actually legit at the time?
I think
or
Post Malone is one of those guys that we'll look back on and we'll be like, that guy had talent and he made terrible music.
Okay.
It's like, did you know
and
that
terrible
Post Malone
tattoo choices
actually
too.
knew how to play music? I have a feeling he's going to be like this is what he's going to be. He's going to be like, so you know how like, what's that dude, like Richie Kotzen or whatever, and all these guys who were in like terrible hair metal bands and now they're like,
yeah, exactly,
big time guitar guys. Like that's going to be Post
like
Malone
the guy,
in like 20
the
years.
Mr. Big guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be like Skrillex.
You mean
he'll
Ted
be like,
Rundgren?
oh, he used to actually make good music. What
Yeah,
band was Skrillex
Todd
in?
Rundgren. Skrillex was in.
We've talked about this
I
before.
can't remember. It was some song that I never, or some band.
Yeah,
that I
it was
never really
like
liked, but,
some kind of like post
like August Burns Red or something like that. That's not what it was, but
Oh yeah, it was
Alexis on
something
Fire.
along-
I
Let's
don't know,
see
something
here.
stupid.
Oh, from first to last.
Oh, from first to last. Sure. Sure, why not?
Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, that is. They were actually okay. I kind of liked them.
I don't think I've ever
There were
heard
so many
them.
bands in the early 2000s like that, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That it was
And
like
they all
you
had
kind of
very
just had to
similar
pick a
names.
few and go with them.
Yeah, so in like 2025, not 2025, that's only like 6 years from now. Let's say like 2035, everyone's going to be talking about Austin Post and like how dope his tone is and stuff. He's going to be like the guitar hero.
Who?
Austin Post, a.k.a. Post Malone. And they'd be like, who is this Austin Post guy and why is he so famous? Oh, he used to be
exactly.
He used to be this guy called Post Malone, but now he just plays guitar.
Yeah, he's going to be like in some country band or something like that.
Yeah, like him and Nick Jonas or something.
Yeah,
So-
and there'll be some like amazing like guy on steel, on pedal steel or whatever.
Yeah.
So I
Who
heard-
used to be in like a, I don't know, something.
I saw in
a
an
vaporwave
interview
band or something.
Mr. Malone in an interview.
Carl Malone?
Not that one. The one that we've been referring
You're
to.
talking about
the last 5
White
minutes.
Iverson?
And he was saying they were asking, oh, so how long have you been playing guitar? And he goes, actually not very long. I played a lot of Guitar Hero, and then
Oh, I saw. Where did we see that from the same place? Because I saw that too. Did someone post it or something?
was it Jimmy Kimmel, or maybe somebody posted in our group? I don't know.
It
But
wasn't
he
Jimmy
was-
Kimmel that posted in our group. You might be thinking of Jimmy Taylor. Jimmy Kimmel's not in our group, I don't
Mr.
think.
Kimmel.
Wait,
Wait,
and it
was he
wasn't
that guy that
Kimmel.
was he that guy that we booted today? That racist guy.
Racist. It wasn't Kimmel. Who's the other Jimmy?
It was
Fallon.
Fallon. It was one of those.
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. Anyway, and I remember thinking, okay, I can't tell if this guy's joking or not. But either way, I'm pretty annoyed.
That's what I feel about Post Malone's entire life and career is that I can't tell if he's joking or not.
He's
And
pretty
also,
young.
I can't-
He's pretty young still.
I can't
read
watch Fallon. Like I want to like him, but he just laughs so much at stuff that isn't funny. It just drives me insane.
Dude, samesies.
That can't be like that has to be a pretty common opinion, right? That he just
Some people dig it.
laughs too much. And he's funny sometimes, and like when he pretends to be Neil Young, it's awesome, but I can't stand his interviews.
I think he's
So-
like leans really hard into trying to be likable,
Yeah.
and that's like his whole thing. But yeah, it's weird.
I
Hot
guess
takes from
part
the
of
Gear
it,
Slum.
like part of what factors into it is like everyone, like Conan is obviously better than he is as a talk show host, like hands down. I don't think anyone would dispute that. And he didn't deserve to get the job that he got. It just so happened that Jay Leno kind of screwed Conan.
Right.
And so he probably is like insecure about it. Like, because I'm sure a lot of people, especially when he first got that job, were like, you don't deserve this job and you're not as good as Conan, right?
Yeah, but also like,
Or maybe nobody cares about it.
I mean, I don't know. Conan was like really weird in that spot too. When he came in, like his show was not good when he did the Tonight Show.
Yeah, but that's yeah. I mean, he probably was like feeling pressure to be something that he wasn't or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe. Have you guys listened to his podcast, though?
No.
It's really
Conan?
good. Yeah.
Or Post Malone's?
His podcast is called Pre-Malone.
Do you remember? Like it's like maybe like
it's all
a year
about
ago.
It's all about him interviewing prima ballerinas.
Yeah. Prima donnas, like the opera singers and stuff.
Like a year ago, there were these articles about Post Malone and about how he smelled so bad that a fan at his show like met him and threw up because he smelled so bad.
Yes.
Is
That's
that real?
Gross.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
it really happened. The story really came out. I don't know if
This
it actually happened.
I'm not saying that you made up the story, Aaron. I'm wondering if this is like, yeah, did you know there's so much THC in Bob Marley's dreads that you totally like smoke them?
Or like when they pump that guy's stomach, whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Lil Kim.
What?
Lil Kim.
Lil Kim.
That wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. It seems like if I was rich and had like a bunch of money, that's like the part of my life that I would expand. Is like I would take like hour-long showers, you know.
The hygiene part?
Yeah, my hygiene. My self-care would increase exponentially. Wait, don't take that the wrong way.
Here's a tweet from Post Malone. Just because I don't have a frat boy haircut and don't wear what y'all like, don't mean I stink. P.S. I don't smell bad.
I love how I'm glad he added that because it's like it also doesn't mean that you don't stink. Like he never said he doesn't stink. Oh, I better add that.
Smell bad.
Make it clear.
Oh, that's great. That's a good tweet.
That is a pretty great tweet. So I had this. I had this PA speaker that stopped working. This FRFR.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened it up and there wasn't anything like obviously unplugged or something like that. So I just listed it as not working. And this guy I listed it for $60 and this guy messaged me and said, "Hey, would you take a trade for a Visual Sound H2O?" Which, are you guys familiar with that pedal?
Is that the weird one that's shaped like a baseball?
I think.
But that's the delay.
I think you've done one of those for your game at one point.
I did.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Early on,
and it might have even been this one.
I think that's the first one we ever did, the H2O.
Yeah, so it's
delay and chorus, right?
But the crazy thing, it's like analog delay and chorus.
Analog delay.
Analog delay. And the weirdest thing was like, okay, so the negotiation went like this. He messaged me and said, he posted and said, "Hey, would you be interested in a trade?" Because I mentioned in there, like in the posting, like, yeah, or if you have any pedals, because I'm thinking this thing's broken and anything I can get out of it is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so he posted, "Would you be interested in a Visual Sound H2O?" And I Googled it, and it looks like, they sell for $40 or $50 or whatever. And so I'm thinking just straight across, and then he messages. So I message him, and he messages back and is like, "Okay, even if you don't want the pedal, I'm still interested in paying cash." And I was like, "Okay, I think I actually am kind of into the pedal, just because whatever."
Is it the old school one, or is it like a square one?
It's the V2, so it's the one with the weird big fat buttons, the fat foot switches. Yeah. So it's shaped like the home plate, but it's the second version.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Okay, well, I'll either give you $60 cash or I'll give you the pedal plus $20."
Oh, sick.
And I was like, "Okay." I was like, I literally was operating under the assumption that he was just trading me the pedal for it. And then he offered the pedal plus $20. And I was like, well, part of me, the rational part of me says I should just take the $60. But the part of me that wants to collect crappy pedals says,
I feel like that pedal is probably actually good, though.
Yeah, like it's probably cool, at least. Like, can you imagine my mini board with just that and the HX Stomp on it? How rad would that be? Like, no drive pedals at all.
Just a stomp and a random delay and chorus.
Yeah, a $40 delay and chorus. So I'm sure I'll shoot a bunch of videos with it and upload them to the YouTube channel, as I always do. So look for that. Check out the YouTube channel.
We
upload weekly videos up there.
things where it's like it's cool that you're doing your own shape, but why? Why whoever
It's
thought
so
that shape
dumb.
was like a good
It's
idea?
The dumbest thing ever. Like, at least, like, you can make arguments for a lot of different rectangled pedals.
Right.
But there is
Yeah.
no configuration where that makes more sense than a rectangle.
Well, I mean, I guess like there was a weird time in, I don't know if it was like the late 90s or whatever, where people were making pedals and they were doing weird things with them. Like there wasn't this like, I don't think pedal board culture had quite taken off yet. So
Right.
Yeah.
they all were kind of like doing weird things. Like if you look at, what was it, the Disaster Area? Is that the
Yeah.
Line
That
6
thing's
guys?
ridiculous.
Those things are insane
All of
looking.
those Disaster
like,
Area
yeah,
pedals
they're
are.
so huge and like weird and they're just bad.
Or like the round, any round pedal that's ever come out.
Yeah.
Is,
Or like the fuzz face. Like that's a terrible design for if you're thinking of it in terms
totally.
of like a pedal board. It doesn't make any sense. But like I think that
But I guess the
they're like
only benefit
holdovers.
is that it's recognizable. Like the fact that this crappy delay pedal, you remember it as, oh, that's the one that's shaped like home plate. It's like, well, I guess it worked.
Yeah.
Did they change
like-
their name too? Oh yeah, they're True Tone now. Visual
Yeah,
sound.
like they're the same company that makes the One Spot.
Yeah.
I know that because I just
Oh,
bought
that's right.
bought another One Spot because the HX Stomp has a 2.5 millimeter like connector, so it's a little bit bigger than a normal pedal.
Oh yeah.
Meaning like the little pin that sticks
The actual
inside
barrel,
of the plug. And
That's how the Eventide was when I had it, so I had to buy an adapter for it.
Yeah, but the problem is the adapter. So I was looking online, and you can buy an adapter that True Tone sells that's made for Line 6 pedals, and I was trying to find out if it also inverted the polarity, and it turns out it does, which is a pain. So now I'll either have to
'cause you
cut it
don't
up
need
and
it.
rewire it, because I don't want it to invert the polarity. I just want it to be a little barrel.
That's so weird.
Yeah, because I
That's
think
really
some of the
obnoxious.
I think like the DL4 and the older Line 6 pedals
Yeah.
were reverse polarity, and that's
That's
why.
how the Eventide one was too that I had.
Yeah. So it's
So that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense. I ended up just buying a little adapter, just like a little 90-degree elbow that has, male to female or whatever. But yeah, but if you go to their website, I went to their website to look for it, and it's like, did you know before we ever made the One Spot, we made these amazing pedals? And so it's like they're still trying to sell. They're still trying to sell their pedals.
So it wasn't one company buying the other one? Like they've always been...
Yeah, they just changed
Like a
their
different
name from
division with
Visual
a different
Sound to
name?
True Tone. No, they were always Visual Sound for all of it, and then they changed their name to True Tone for all of it.
Yeah, like I don't know the difference between True Tone and Visual Sound.
They just
Like, if
changed
you
their
go-
name,
Yeah,
but it was like the One Spot and the pedals were both under the name Visual Sound, and now they're both under the name True Tone.
exactly. Like they
never had separate names. They always had the same name. but
Yeah, it
they
was always
both
the same
changed it at the
company.
same time.
And now, like the version 3 of all these pedals are just in a normal rectangular. I mean, it's huge. It's like a Strymon
Yeah.
pedal, but
I
they
kind
say,
of want a
but they're True
Jekyll and
Tone.
Hyde still.
Yeah, there's one that's popped up a couple times in my local classifieds.
I mostly want it because I think that's what the guys from the Strokes used on their first 2 or 3 albums.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they like. I'm excited to get it, and whatever for Broken Speaker. Like, I probably would have taken $20 and nothing else. So, the fact that I'm getting $20
Just
for the
$20
pedal is fine by me. And then I'll sell it or keep it or something. I don't know. I have a bunch of pedals I need to sell, but that's another topic that we're gonna get into right now.
Who makes the Haymaker? Is that
That's
something
a
totally
Caroline.
different? Is it really?
Yeah,
Why don't you ever talk about the Haymaker?
because I don't have one. I've never played one.
But you love Caroline, like
I
all
do.
the things.
That's true.
Yeah, why don't you
I'm not
marry the
super
Haymaker?
familiar with that pedal. Actually, that's not true. I did play one a little bit at the first NAMM that we went to.
First Snam.
Oh no, the second NAMM that we went to.
And what'd you think of it?
I thought it was cool. It's like a low to mid gain drive.
It's green.
But it's got 2 buttons, yes?
Yeah, they all do. Or that one
right,
might not.
so
that one just has 1 foot switch.
Does it?
Yeah.
So that one doesn't have like
So you don't get as much value. Yeah, it doesn't have like a momentary
the Havoc or whatever
dealy,
the other ones
yeah.
have. But the
I put that on my
Haymaker
mini
is
board.
cool.
Right now my mini board is the pink cannon. Is it the wave cannon?
The wave cannon, yeah.
Did you just say pink cannon?
That's what it's called on it.
Pink wave cannon.
But I think it says
Pink
pink
cannon,
like
it's
that's
pink.
what the name says, pink cannon. It was like I'm sure
It was
wasn't
a limited-ish.
but it was for like breast cancer. It was for some kind of charity.
Yeah. Yeah, I think breast cancer awareness or something.
So that and the half horse and then the
sweet.
stomp.
I use those 2 pedals together quite a bit, and I use them both a lot. Not the stomp, but the wave cannon and half horse.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both very useful.
But I guess the thing about the Haymaker is like it's green, so a lot of people assume that it's Tube Screamery, but it's not. But it's supposed to be like John Deere colors. It's like hay.
Because it's making hay, yeah. Like a
yeah.
Interesting.
It's like
I felt
John
like an
Deere
idiot
color scheme.
because I went up to Philippe and started speaking French to him, and he doesn't speak French. He's not from Quebec and doesn't speak French, and I don't know why I thought that. Maybe
his
in my
name is
mind,
freaking Philippe.
well, he has like a French name, and I think his mom is from Belgium or something like that. But and so I think I don't know. I'm not even.
He's
gonna
like a
pretend
French
to know.
lineage, but
There's like some connection there, but for some reason, I must have been mixing him up with the millimetric guy, because the millimetric guy lives outside of Montreal and is Quebecois and everything, but I don't know. So luckily he let me off the hook without making me feel like too big of an idiot.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah,
that's funny.
he's a great guy.
He was cool. Yeah, it was nice.
Super
to
chill.
Talk to him. He doesn't
Yeah, we
sponsor
talked to
this
him a
show,
few
though,
different times, and he was really cool.
But
He bought
does
headphones off of
sponsor
me.
this show.
Did you say he
did?
doesn't sponsor the show?
I did, and then I said,
but you know who does?
You know who does? Who does? Why don't you tell me who does?
Sinusoid.
Oh yeah,
Ever heard of him?
I have, in fact. And you know what? Check this out. Last week I was telling you my idea for what I wanted from them, and this week I went on a trip and I rented a van, as one does. And I plugged in. It had a aux in, and I used an aux cable with my little iPhone dongle, and I wished that I had
That it was shrink
one
wrapped
from
together?
Sinusoid, and it was shrink wrapped together. Yeah. So
How long of an aux cable do you think you need if you're buying this for
3
any
feet.
vehicle?
I'd say 3 feet.
But it wouldn't just be for a vehicle. It'd also be if like you're going to the club and you want to go up and put some of your own tracks on or whatever.
That's true. And you
Or
want
if
to
you're
go
in
out
church,
to the dance
you
floor.
wanna plug into the console.
You want to go to the dance floor and dance like no one's watching. Maybe make some friends along the way.
Oh, he said you were dancing like everyone was watching.
And then we said, one of you guys said, watch like no one's dancing.
It's probably me because that's pretty funny. It's decently funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's funny at all, so it probably wasn't me.
You are a jerk, Aaron.
I keyed. They also make guitar cables, though, and all other kinds of cables that you could think of. And they're cool dudes. Especially all of them. I was going to say especially the new guys, but that's not really true because the old guys are also equally cool.
No, the new guys are cooler. The old guys are lame.
Yeah. I mean, like the guys that were there and are still there, like those old guys, like Andy Kim.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's not as tall as James is, though.
That is true. He's about half. He's a half James.
He and Albert. Like if Albert was on Andy's shoulders and they had a big trench coat, then they could probably, you know,
But
they'd just be walking down the street
not
next
like
to
Albert
James.
plus Andy. It's like Albert times Andy equals James.
Wow.
Oh man. So Pedro the Lion. Okay, so I went to one concert and didn't go to another one. And you tell me how bad of a decision you think I made.
Terrible.
I went and saw on Friday night. I saw Whitey Morgan and the 78s.
Okay.
Which was just a country band, about as country as it gets. And this dude is playing this rad telly. Both the guys had really cool tellies, and then there was this dude playing an acoustic guitar, just strumming some chords the whole time. Most of the guys in the band were overweight, which I really appreciated, because I feel like there's not enough representation of fat people in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
One guy in the crowd got so drunk before they even went on, so like after the opener, that he tried to start a fight and got kicked out. So that was exciting. And he was like staggering drunk. It was pretty awesome. And yeah, it was rad. He covered like freaking what's that? Oh, Meet Me Tonight in Atlantic City. You know, the Springsteen song and like
no.
And it was just the most country show you could imagine. But it was fun. And like somebody pointed out, I posted about how I was going to all these country shows, and someone pointed out like, yeah, the problem is if you start getting into country, you'll realize like a lot of the musicians are really good, and then you almost accidentally start liking country music, which I'm not opposed to.
I like some.
But,
I like a lot of country music, in fact.
Yeah. And this was honestly, it was really good, and he put on a really good show. He was entertaining, and everyone was drinking the whole time, like everyone in the band, which made it fun. They were all... It makes a big difference, I think. Like, some bands just accept the fact that they aren't good with banter, and so they just kind of jump from one song to the next, and it's a good thing to do. Like,
I agree.
If you're not good at banter, just don't even try. But then the problem with that, I went and saw that band on Friday. The problem is I kind of, not entirely because of that, but we ended up not going to see Pedro the Lion the next day because we had kind of used all our concert, goodwill, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel great about that decision.
Have you listened to the new album at all?
Yeah, I've been listening to it a bunch, and I really like it.
It's good, right?
It's like different
who posted
in the right
it? Someone
way.
posted
like
it in
it's
our
still
group.
very much. What's that? Chad Hansen.
He posted about that he went to the show, right? And he saw the guitar.
Yeah, and he lives in Utah, so he went to the show that I was going to go to.
Oh, nice.
And that was part of why I was bummed. I was actually like, I was going to meet up with him and say hi or whatever. Yeah. Hopefully he'd buy me some food or something like that.
And then did you see that James said that he actually worked on that guitar?
Yeah, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because he never even mentioned that when we were at NAMM.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, oh, yeah, Dave came in and we hung out and everything, and we're basically best buds. And, like, I was, like I was his best man at his wedding and stuff. So that was bullcrap. But, yeah, it sounds like it's a pretty crazy.
Yeah, so it's like a parts caster with, like, a really...
Go ahead.
He said a comically fat neck.
Yeah, like some insane baseball bat.
Yeah, and then they put a P90 in the bridge and, like, had to cut the bridge.
Yeah, they just like cut the bridge off and routed the body like it's.
Yeah,
it wasn't meant for. Yeah, it was meant for just a normal telly pickup.
The tone that he gets on that album is really cool. It's like compressed in a cool way. That's like not supernatural, but very
supernatural.
Sounds like an alien.
I love that show.
No, but it's like
12 seasons, right?
It reminds me, like if you listen. Like a lot of fuzz tone, you lose all your note definition, and it seems like he's still like he plays a lot of sort of lead lines that are still very like articulate, I guess.
Yeah.
I know I'm using the wrong words and everything, but
No, so like when I listen to that and other bands that are doing similar things, I realize how overused distortion is. Maybe like excessive amounts of distortion, how easily that can like become not like a crutch, but Like you focus on that, and then you listen to I listen to songs that I like, and I'm like, that's not what's happening. So I don't know why I always like feel like I want to do that. So I've been trying to kind of like draw that back. I think it was Mark Johnson. I was talking to him, and he was saying that he's like, when you think about it, when you really listen, it's like most of the dirty sounds that you like are not as dirty as you think, and most of the clean sounds that you like are not actually as clean as you think. Which I think is true. Like, I've been thinking about that when I listen to music, and it seems to be true.
Yeah. Sidebar, he's like really good at guitar. I don't know why you never told us that, Phil.
Who, Mark?
Yeah.
Why don't you watch all those videos I forward to you of him playing?
I mean, I think it's because of all the captions that you put on them. They're just so degrading.
Yeah, you're always like, look at this D-keyed.
Mark, that's not true. It's not true, Mark.
We're talking about friend of the show, enemy of Phil, Mark Johnson.
No, but honestly,
right.
I think there's a lot of truth to that, and I guess part of it is because they probably do a lot of recordings. They mix like dirty and clean guitar a lot. Maybe
yeah,
not,
maybe.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, I finally heard a demo of the Green Day pedal. Have you heard it?
No, but I pre-ordered.
Ever heard of it?
Oh, I watched the. I think it was Premiere Guitar. It sounds cool.
Does it sound as cool as you believed it would be?
It sounds better than I thought it would.
Oh, really?
So here's what happened. I got really excited when it first came out, and then I was like, I bet it's not that great. And then I heard it, and I think it sounds cool.
So, I
figured out how it works. So the gain on the outside is for the dirty amp. The output is like an overall output. The blends between the two amps sounds. And then the gain for the other amp is an internal trim pot.
Dude, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Makes a lot more sense.
So I pre-ordered that pedal.
Uh-huh.
And it was because Sweetwater, I'm not usually a sucker for like overzealous sales tactics.
Did they like email you and
No, like I went on the site and it has like the little chat window. And it was just for pre-order, but it didn't have a date. So in the chat window, I typed, do you know when this pedal is coming out? Like when they're supposed to release it. And like 2 minutes later, I got a call on my cell phone. I wasn't like logged in or maybe I was. Like maybe they had cookies or something. But he calls me on my cell phone. And he's like, hey, yeah, you were asking about that pedal. They're selling super quick. So if you want to get one, now's the time to do it. And I'll just put you down for a pre-order. And he was like, I have this American Express on file. And I was like, yeah, that's actually not good anymore. It expired or what? It got stolen or something. And he's like, wow, that's fine. When your pre-order comes up, you can just change it then or whatever. So I have one pre-ordered with an expired credit card as the payment type. So
what's it called?
I don't know. At the MXR
Green Day
DUK or something. Dookie Drive. I think it's just called the Dookie Drive. On the Dunlop website, it just says MXR Dookie. Oh, DD25, because it's the 25th anniversary of Dookie.
That's the one. DD25. I don't
so
think
what,
it's not on their website anymore. It must be sold out already.
So tell me what other pedal other than the Dookie pedal I should put on my mini board with the Stomp.
I guess the Half Horse? I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess that's the
Or the
obvious
H2O?
That's actually pretty good.
Because it's like two of your favorite bands.
Dude, I freaking love H2O. If they made a signature pedal, I'd buy 5 of them.
Green Day.
Yeah,
So
how about
good.
only pedals that are named after bands?
Dude. What are some other pedals that are named after bands?
Well, you could get like the MXR 10 band EQ. That's named after bands.
Have you guys ever listened to H2O?
A little bit.
Okay. They're so good.
I like them when I've ever listened to them. I just never have been like...
Yeah. That's how it is. Like you
search them out for some reason.
You just happen to get super into some bands and not others, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I still need to revive that project I was working on that was just H2O and Old 97s covers called H2 Old 97s. Felt like that was a good...
That's pretty
That was
good.
a noble effort.
I like that H2 Old 97s.
Phil, you don't have a game for us, do you?
I do have a game for us.
Oh.
Who's your game sponsored by?
Aaron, why don't you tell us?
Your game is sponsored by the Gabriel Tenorio String Company,
Mm-hmm.
home of the pure nickel strings.
Mm-hmm.
Nickel puro.
Pure nickel. Wait.
And
It doesn't
they are
work for me.
great.
They are.
I have them on my
I
Strat and my
bought
Telly.
2 sets of
And I
them.
love them.
I bought 2 sets at
Uh-huh.
NAMM, and I still haven't put them on my guitars, but I'm very excited to.
Oh, what are you going to put them on? Do you know?
Wait. When did you buy 2 sets at NAMM?
At the taco party.
After the taco party, he had a bunch there.
Oh, just like, hey, who wants to buy sets? And he had like,
No, he somebody had approached him to say, "Hey, I want to buy some." Oh, Pat Chen was buying some, and I want to be like him, and so I was like, "Hey, I'll buy some too." And,
Check
you
them
know
out.
what? Put
Go buy some.
put Pat Chan's on my tab.
So I'm putting. So one of them is for my telly that I put the Gun Street wiring, the 5-way wiring harness in it, but it
Did
just
you get
has,
the
like,
5-way?
Heck yeah, dude.
And Phil, do you have the 5-way too?
Yes.
Dude, that's
we
15 ways
I know. It's a
No.
5-way, 3-way.
Oh, yeah, it is.
or 125 ways.
A 5-way, 3-way.
Yeah, dude, it's
Wait,
a three.
no,
it's a 5-way, 3-way.
It's a 3-way, 5-way.
It's a menage a cinq.
It's a menage a 5-way.
Oh,
So
I like
It's
it.
a 3-way, 5-way.
after
It's
I
not a
changed
5-way.
My
out,
way or the
after I
5-way?
changed out the electronics, I just had like whatever crappy strings were on there, or whatever I put back on there.
Yeah,
Just
whatever,
some, like,
whatever.
ball or something.
Some crappy like.
And then the other set
Or
is
whatever.
for my,
or something.
the other set's for the Equits because that's the main guitar that I play.
Oh yeah. Whoa! I'm listening to this H2O song and Matt Skiba just jumped on. I'm sold. 100%.
Which one is it?
What happened?
Yeah.
Aaron, can you be professional and not listen to music while we're recording?
No, it
please?
helps me get in the zone. I love Matt Skiba.
Yeah, he's the best.
He was on a Bayside song also. That I didn't know. I'm pretty sure.
He seems like one of those guys that everybody likes, like in the
Yeah.
other bands and stuff like that.
Now he's in Green Day.
No.
Not Green Day. Blink-182. I wish he was in Green Day. Imagine
Dude,
that.
that would be rad. They got rid of Billy Joe. I'd be down with that. I've been listening to Dookie a lot lately, partially because that pedal came out.
It's really good.
The album's so good.
The songs on there are really good.
It's not like front to back great like some other albums. Like I think Dude Ranch is better front to back than Dookie.
Really?
Those are 2 different bands, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe
I think
bet
so.
if I went back, it's been a while since I listened to Dude Ranch. It's probably the same way where it's like you just remember the highlights or whatever.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I think I like 2 or 3 songs off Dude Ranch. It's kind of obnoxious to me.
That's because you're dumb and have bad taste, Aaron.
Probably. But I
You know what you should listen
love
to
Dookie.
is H2O, FTTW. Just listen to the whole album and come back and tell me how amazing it is. So
What does FTTW stand for?
follow the 3-way, which is like a straight edge. It's a straight edge thing, I think. That's like no drugs, no sex, and no
Yeah.
alcohol, I
Smoking or
guess.
something.
Boring.
Yeah, like they should have added no violence probably, but the straight edgers always forget about that part.
Yeah, because it's don't smoke, don't drink, don't have.
They should have added
That's the
all
That's the
nerds.
original song. I got the straight edge. You know who sings that song, Phil?
Oh, I bet it's Minor Threat.
It was Minor Threat. Don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't beep. At least I can beep and think.
Yeah.
Can't give up.
I see.
Can't
I
give
put
up, can't give up.
H2O kind of in the same.
Out of step with the world from Out of Step.
Maybe because they are like straight edge hardcore or whatever, but I put them in the same ballpark as Minor Threat and like 7 Seconds and those guys.
I didn't know they were straight edge.
Yeah, that was like a big, especially the lead singer, that was like a big deal. So FTTW also, they have a song called, the first song on the album is called Faster Than the World, which also has a bunch of cameos on it, including Dickie Barrett.
Oh, nice.
And then the last song is Follow the Three-Way, so I guess it has like a dual meaning.
And then they have another one called Found the Truth Within.
Yeah, and that is a way good song too. That whole album is so freaking good.
So it's like MDC, how like sometimes it meant Millions of Dead Cops and sometimes it meant something else.
Exactly. Or like Adidas. Sometimes it meant All Day I Dream About Sex, and other times it meant like
It's just a shoe.
Stussy, and it meant Satanism or something.
Let's see. What else did it mean? It meant, I'm going to look at the list of names for
what,
MDC. MDC. At one point, it stood for Multi-Death Corporations. At one point, it stood for Millions of Dead Children, which is not nice. One time, it was Millions of Dead Cops.
Maybe they were like mourning the loss of the children or the cops. I doubt it, but
yeah.
One time, it was just MDC. Crazy. That pen was fun.
I've heard other, like AFI, I'm pretty sure the consensus is that it means a fire inside, but I've also heard other, it's kind of the same way where people come up with other meanings of it.
Like am forever interested.
Exactly.
That's what it stands for, right?
Exactly. Am forever interested.
You know that band?
That's like what you send.
Interested.
That's what you send someone that has like a listing online. You just text them AFI.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil, hit us with your game.
Wait,
bro.
Are we still in a sponsorship spot here?
Kiss.
Yeah.
Knights in Satan's Service.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Or AC/DC.
Except Knights
Kids
of
ingesting some syrup.
But I feel like I've said this on the podcast before. I heard an interview with Ace Frehley, and he said, "No, people say that Kiss means Knights in Satan's Service, and that's not true." We came up with the band name, and it was our favorite thing to do. And then our manager said, "You can't name your band that," so we picked our second favorite thing to do.
That's pretty funny.
Which is really funny.
It's good
really
joke.
funny if he's joking or if he's serious. Like,
both
either
of
way,
them.
it's like,
Yeah.
that's really funny.
Like it's great that he came up with that to answer that question.
Yeah,
whether it's true or
exactly. Yeah.
That's funny.
I heard Ace Frehley on Never Not Funny. Was that what it was? I think so. Jimmy Pardo's podcast. And he's like a big Kiss fan, and so it's kind of, and he seemed like a really cool guy. Ace Frehley.
I'm not sure if it's Ace or if it's Paul Stanley, but one of the dudes is like, or maybe it's Peter Criss. I don't know. Anyway, one of the guys in Kiss is like a big collector of like Nazi paraphernalia.
What?
It's really weird.
But aren't they all Jewish?
No, they're not all.
I mean,
like
are you
two
saying
of them
that
are and two of them are not?
Are you
I don't
saying
think
that one of the non-Jewish members?
necessarily.
Because that's even really it
Weird.
is.
It's one
That's
of the
way worse.
non-Jewish, or maybe it is one of the Jewish guys. I don't know, but anyway,
It's
Ace
really
Frehley.
weird
It is Ace
if you're
Frehley.
like in a
No.
band.
Okay, so here's this article from April 6, 2014, and it's titled, Paul Stanley accuses Ace Frehley and Peter Criss of anti-Semitic and racist behavior. And then there's another one that talks about how Ace Frehley collects Nazi uniforms.
Yikes.
Not just like actual whole uniforms.
Yeah.
Plural.
Wait,
But-
oh my gosh.
That's pretty.
Oh, there's a video. And then here's
Don't
the
watch it. Don't watch
Lydia
it.
Criss has taken some mighty strange photographs depicting members of Kiss in full Nazi regalia. The strangest thing of it all is the fact that Paul Stanley is bashing his former friends, accusing them of being anti-Semitic.
Okay.
I think the strangest part of it is on that article. What
But Paul Stanley is the one wearing the uniforms.
The strangest
So he's
thing
wearing
is
a Nazi uniform.
what Paul Stanley
and
and
he's-
Ace Frehley look like, because they both
dude,
look like
it's
nightmares.
Rough. I know. I
So-
saw that too.
I'm picturing
It's terrifying.
I'm picturing an older gentleman wearing a Nazi uniform screaming at other people saying, "You're anti-Semitic." And that image is pretty
Pretty good.
I don't understand. I don't know why you would do that.
yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
time for the game.
Hey, we're also sponsored by Gun Street.
Oh,
And
bring
I
it up
promise
later.
you that Sean Arbo of Gun Street does not collect Nazi paraphernalia.
There's
you
absolutely
that's
way.
your
I can
guarantee.
state unequivocally
The Gear Slum.
the Gear
guarantee.
Slum guarantee. And I talked to him a bunch at NAMM, and he's branching out more into like custom stuff. So hit him up
Yeah.
if you want some custom wiring, because he actually he was telling me it's a lot of fun for him, and it's obviously his business too. But
Yeah.
he's doing more and more crazy stuff.
I'm working on a
Yeah.
pretty sweet project behind the scenes with Sean too, that I'm excited about. More to come.
Yeah,
later.
well, Cole and I have
You know what hand motion
have a
I'm
really
making right
sweet-
now, Aaron?
I do.
Cole and I have an even sweeter project
Nice.
that's
I'm glad-
even more
I'm happy
behind
for you.
the scenes.
I'm happy for you that you're doing that. That's really
Okay.
good.
No, you're not.
Good.
He's not happy.
I would
for
like
us,
to think
Phil.
that you would also be happy for me.
We're not, Aaron. We're not at all.
Hey, if anyone wants to buy a Fox Pedal Magnifica V2 or a Fox Pedal Wrath V2, hit me up. I'll give you a great deal.
You guys, they're V2s, you guys. Come on. Of course you want them. They're V2s. Right?
That's correct. Let's hear this.
V2
Let's get this
Brute.
game on the road. Enough dilly-dallying.
Okay. So,
Whenever you're ready,
This-
go ahead.
first review
Phil.
is by
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
Louis J. Pecorolo. Pecorolo. Pecorolo.
Dude,
Pecorolo.
I wish I had a pack of Rolos right now.
Dude, my nickname used to be Pecorolo.
This is a 1-star review, December 26th, 2016.
Okay.
And it is without a title, so it starts with the just with
First
his
words.
review.
Just dives right in.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
Shipped without a power supply
Oh,
and
no.
no
Here we go.
9-volt battery capability.
Here we go.
So
so
now
every
I
pedal.
have to literally hunt down
Oh, dude, is this
the
John?
correct PS for this unit and buy one to play it. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Brand name. After spending close to $200 on this pedal, I can't play it. WTF?
Dude.
Yeah, that's really sad.
That honestly, like, in some ways that's ridiculous, and we all know that, like, you shouldn't expect a pedal to ship with a power supply, and it's becoming more and more common to not have battery capabilities, but, like, it is kind of strange if you're
That would
not
really suck
if
if
you're
that
not like
happened.
in the know on that stuff. That would suck to get it, and
Yeah.
it's like, well, sorry,
It would.
Okay,
it's not
so,
a power supply. I'm guessing it's a Wamp or something.
This gave me a chuckle. It has some comments.
Oh, nice.
On
Okay,
the
and
on the
these-
review, I love that.
Yeah. And so here's the first comment. First comment from Patrick Solar is, yeah, but does it play well? Do the knobs feel cheap? Is it enough crunch to warrant 200? I guess they assume you already have a one spot. I don't know. And then
I
this
also didn't
this
have-
guy's response is, if I had a power supply, that would work with it. I could give you an answer.
It is pretty great that, like, his review is, I can't even turn the thing on.
Can't
And the
play
guy
it.
was
Well,
like,
how does
well,
it
but does it sound good?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how much time? Like, what's the date stamp on those, though?
Well, it doesn't say because the review has an actual date,
Yeah.
and then the other ones just say 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure.
That would be funny if it's like a month later. Yeah, but how does it sound? I don't know. I'm still looking for the power supply.
I don't know what to do.
That was awesome.
Okay, so I've already given you a whole lot of information.
You have.
Yeah.
It's a crunch.
So shut up,
A
Aaron.
little less than $200.
Yes.
That's all you.
What
need
I'm
on this.
thinking, there's a lot of Wampler and JHS pedals that are like in the 189 type range. Isn't there?
I don't know.
You know it
of
wasn't
any
created
JHS
in the last 2
pedals
years.
that are under $200
The Wamplers though are though
that
aren't
are
they?
not like the small ones. So, yeah, I think so.
A crunch. Paisley Drive.
No.
No.
Is it a Wampler pedal?
No.
Son of a gun. Or do you have more reviews to read?
Yeah.
Yes, I always do 3. Oh, for this pedal?
Yes, for this pedal.
You always do.
I always do
Murder
3.
you,
Oh.
Phil.
Oh no, I do not.
I'm gonna Ted Bundy you. Have you guys seen that Ted Bundy documentary? That guy was like pretty messed up.
The Bundy tapes. I saw something that like Zac Efron was playing Ted Bundy in something.
Yeah, that's
upcoming.
it. That's in the theaters.
Yikes.
And that one's like a dark comedy.
Which theaters?
Yikes.
All the theaters.
I was listening.
Some call it
to,
a black comedy, but that confuses some people.
I was listening
It's
to
not a
some
Tyler Perry
podcast
movie.
when they were doing like the plugs at the end, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm in this movie right now that's coming out at a theater near you. If you live near one of the few theaters that it's coming out in." And like that's such an obvious joke, but it's also funny to me.
It is funny. All right. Do you have another review for this
Okay.
product?
This is by Alex. Titled Good Idea, Bad Quality.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
It's a 2-star review.
Good idea.
November 29, 2017. The concept of the pedal and the feel of it is great, but if you have a humbucker or if you somewhat boost your guitar signal before this pedal, it'll distort in the heel. Uh-oh.
What?
Step away. Off. Position in a very unpleasant way.
Oh, is it the Ernie
Like
Ball
an
overdrive?
awfully bad fuzz.
Oh, the Ernie Ball.
I just can't use mine anymore. And I just realized the issue came from this pedal after the 6 months warranty.
Is it the Ernie Ball
Maybe
dynamic
it's
overdrive?
just a defective unit, but I also bought a coiled cable from brand name that didn't work. So I'm afraid they might have quality issue.
It's the Ernie Ball
Good luck.
Expression overdrive
Hope yours
pedal.
works.
Okay, Phil, I think it's the Ernie Ball overdrive with the expression pedal overdrive thing.
I think it's the Ernie Ball Expression
Cole,
series
you are
overdrive
correct.
Hey,
pedal.
I got it right. Hooray. Are you happy for me, Aaron?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I kind
That one did kind
I
of
would be interested in trying that.
Distort in the Heel is a decent band name.
Distorted.
Distort. Distort.
Oh.
I'd like to.
I want to know like where he thought a battery was going to go.
I agree. I was like, dude, you're dumb because there's.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get that argument. Not this time
I could
because
see
where would
assuming
they
it
put
would
it?
come with a power supply since it's like Ernie Ball, but I don't know.
But also, like, usually, like, wah pedals, it's pretty common for people not to put wah pedals on your board because they want them on the ground and then to use a battery because they take, like, no current.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not trying to defend the guy. I'm saying I think he has honor, in some ways.
Remember that his honor. You remember the EHX wah pedal that was like it was like freestanding? You know what I mean? It was like
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't have a base.
It had like a
It was
curved
just like,
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was like a little teeter-totter thing,
Yeah.
and you would just rock your foot on it. Yeah, what was
Yeah.
that thing called?
I don't remember. It's so weird though.
So it had like a gyroscope in it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Weird.
Next Step Crying Tone wah pedal.
Yeah, the next step. And there's a volume one too.
It's pretty dumb.
And a next step pan pedal? Why would you want that?
Oh, that's
So
terrible.
stupid.
I can't even remember like what. Yeah, if it is just like a gyro that's in it, it must be right.
Something like that, yeah.
That's
hilarious.
I want to take this time to point out that when I do these reviews, for comedic effect, I try to pronounce words that are wrong. And so you guys have called me out a couple times on saying, what was the word that I...
Drowned.
Yes. And
I'm still not positive
for
where
the
I fall
record
on that debate.
For the record, I'm sorry that I mispronounce it when I'm used to reading words that are weird, and my brain tells me this is a weird word.
So say it funny.
And so I pronounce it incorrectly.
So you're trying to use
correctly.
distort as your argument for why you weren't wrong about drowned. Is that what you're trying
Yes.
to do? Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Distort.
It's a bold strategy.
I'm just saying,
strategy,
there's
Cotton.
honor to
I'm
it.
not sure I believe you, but...
There's honor.
Okay.
I know that there's a word called drowned.
Yep. There is a word called drowned.
If you, let's say, finish the sentence for somebody who nearly asphyxiated on water. I almost... What?
Drown.
I almost...
I just said.
Say it again.
I almost drown.
What? In the
Almost
past
drowned?
tense?
Almost drown? Like ongoing?
Okay,
swung
now we've swung wildly in the other direction.
Okay, what about this? Like
it's a soft D, you guys.
Let's say you're a parent.
You know it, and I know it.
How would you say,
let's say you're
I
a
am
parent.
currently in the process, I am blank.
I am drowning.
No, you're a parent, and you're talking to your child, and you're like telling them not to do it. Don't. What? Don't.
Drop that.
No. You're telling them not to die from inhaling water. Don't.
Don't drown.
Yeah, don't drown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you say you'd say I almost drowned? It's in the past tense.
Yeah, you said I almost drowned.
I just explained to you guys.
Drown. I almost drowned.
So, did you guys know that getting electrocuted means you die?
You told us.
We've talked about this.
We
before.
have?
You told us like a month ago.
Yeah.
Okay, cut that part
I think
out.
we discovered it on the podcast.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Time to
when
cut
we were
off.
talking about Seal, right?
Time to cut.
That was an oldie. That was when I was recording in the garage.
We need to cut Cole off from his Mountain Dew tonight.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
that's
mixing.
funny.
I'm chasing Mountain Dew with NyQuil. It's not a.
Isn't that called Purple Drank?
I'm drinking Scissorp. Me and DeMarcus Russell.
You're on lean.
Yeah,
Doesn't that seem like something Post Malone would drink?
I have
too?
been called a white DeMarcus Russell before.
That's
I
the dude,
feel
is
like
that the dude
Post
from
Malone-
the Raiders?
I feel like Post Malone would
I feel
join
like
you
Post
in
Malone
drinking.
would drink like barbecue sauce or something.
I feel like he would join
is
you
he the one that
drinking
was the really bad
NyQuil.
quarterback of the Raiders?
Yeah,
Okay.
NyQuil and Mountain Dew together, like equal parts.
Yeah,
NyQuil and Mountain
yeah.
Dew.
and he'd be like
Totally Post
an
Malone.
entertaining person to be with as we're doing that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be a
Absolutely.
gracious house guest, you know.
Okay. Next pedal. This
Oh, so it's a
review
pedal. Good.
is by
Nailed
crap. This review is by David L. It's a 2-star review, and it says, "It sounds digital and artificial." August 20th, 2018. I was disappointed with the artificial, quote, robotic, end quote,
I wonder
sound.
if people
Oh, Korg
like, know-
Miku.
'cause,
it produced.
The Miku pedal?
In all modes.
Analog distortion is also artificial.
I had to always disengage it because it would destroy the tone I worked so hard to dial in. I fell in love with my
How
Bogner
dare you?
Atma amp, even though
Bogner
it didn't
what?
have
Amp?
this effect.
This guy's a real Bogner.
I was concerned about the missing blank. I decided I'll just get a pedal. If
Reverb.
anyone knows of a basic
Yeah, it's got to be a reverb or
effect
tremolo, but
type
probably
of
reverb.
pedal that just adds effect and does not change the tone, please share.
Does not exist.
What's the Hall of Fame? Is it a Hall of Fame variant? One of
Yes.
the Halls of Fame?
Is
Is
it
it?
a Hall of Fame Mini?
No, I already got it right, Aaron.
But
Screw
I'm
you.
saying, is it the Mini?
I bet it's Hall of Fame 2.
It is the Hall of Fame too.
Boom!
Remember
Cole.
when I got the other one and you stole the answer?
Cole
Yeah.
is winning.
But everyone
Cole
knew.
is two
Everyone
for,
knew that I did that.
Cole is 2
Yeah,
for 2.
It's pretty good.
Phil, don't. You're gonna make Aaron too angry. I'm already pushing it. I think.
It's fine.
All right.
I wonder how well the TC pedals sell.
I think pretty well.
I bet they
Like
do,
guitar
especially all
center.
those new like Behringer ones. You know, all
Those
the
things
new.
are huge.
They're
by the
it's
way.
crazy how big those
They're
are.
enormous. It's insane. I
We
know said
joke
that before,
we
but
joke about how the Canalia is bigger than it looks. Those are way bigger than they look.
Yeah, they're like chicharron sized.
Yeah, dude.
Like
They're like
giant
chicharito size.
Chicharron.
Okay, last review.
Chicharron.
Last review? I thought you had 3.
This is the third.
Oh yeah,
This
because
is
I
the
guessed that. Okay.
Yeah, you've won 2 out of the 3.
2 for
So
2.
here we go. This is by Guyzy Ben Ardzi.
Oh, speaking of TC Electronic, you know that June 60 thing that they had coming out?
No.
Did you hear about that? It's like a Juno course.
You hear about this?
So this is a 1-star review
Pretty sure.
titled "Worked Great Until."
Anyway, it's only $40, $49 is what I was going to say.
June 1st, 2015. I got the pedal plugged into my AC adapter. Used it with success.
Whoa. Plugged into
and
the adapter.
great sound for 2 months. A few days ago, I tried the 9-volt battery option for the first time and was pretty pissed off to find out
Jeez,
that it
language.
does not work. I bought a new pedal from a well-known brand. A basic feature like this doesn't work. I live abroad, so I don't know who to turn to, and it's really making me upset. I would gladly rate this pedal 5 stars, but this is just not right. Would gladly appreciate your help. And then update.
Whose help? Amazon?
Anyone listening,
Is this
anyone
like-
reading. Update. Very bad customer support policy. Brand name refused to send a working device after sending me a faulty pedal. Spent hours on the phone and emails.
Hours?
No settlement found.
Do you think he was on hold that time,
BTW?
or did he have a conversation with them for hours? Because that's crazy.
BTW. The pedal is a tone sucker. Do yourself a favor. Don't waste your money.
It's like when I plugged a battery in, it broke it, but I didn't like it anyways. It was a stupid pedal anyways.
Yeah,
When it worked.
He said
I hated
he wanted to give it 5 stars.
Yeah. He used it for months and he loved it. But it
love to give
sucks
5
anyways.
stars. It's like that one dude, remember? I love this pedal until I
Yeah.
discovered that it was not good.
Yeah, exactly. Till the internet told me that it doesn't sound good enough.
Okay, I'm going to read another review for the same pedal. This is by Tracy Austin.
Oh, nice.
It's a 1 star called Do Not Buy This.
Okay.
February 19th,
Done.
2014. As a guitar player, quote, professionally, end quote, for
Wait.
over 35 years.
She or he put professional in quotes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. For 35 years, I can say this is for kids. It kills my tone at any volume, but I got it at such a good price on Amazon, I will sell it to the kid down the street. Boss makes the best.
Wow.
Effect pedal.
Says
That's it?
old person. Huh. That's all we get?
Wait, there's one more review.
Okay.
Boss does make
This is
the
by-
best effect pedal, for what it's worth.
This is by Brian Cook.
The
It's a
MS3.
1-star review. The title is 1 star. This is October 13th, 2015. The review is as follows. I will never finish closing the deal.
What?
Yikes.
Wait, it gets better.
He's going to die a virgin?
Because somebody commented. Somebody commented, and the comment is, not with nonsensical reviews like that, you won't.
Oh, man. These people leaving replies to Amazon reviews are truly living their best lives.
They are doing the
They're
Lord's work
full
is
of
what they're
honor.
doing.
They're
Dude,
honorable
they have so much honor.
in their own way.
Here's what we need to start. Please, you know what, you guys, please start commenting on pedals. Give trolly comments and then share them with us, and we will read ones that we think are funny on the podcast.
We will.
Don't
Please
leave
do it.
reviews. He's saying leave replies to reviews, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
I don't, not reviews, comments on other people's reviews.
Yeah.
Please.
Right into the show, thegearslum@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or podcast.
Please
So
take a
it's
picture.
2015.
Podcast at thegearslum.com.
Please write the review, take a picture of it, print the picture, fold it, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on the envelope.
Send it to Lacey Duke. Okay. What color is this pedal, Phil?
This pedal, the majority color of the pedal is blue.
Blue.
What price range is it? Is it below 150?
House with a blue window.
It is below 150.
Is it above?
Wait, did you say below 150?
Is it above 100?
It is not above 100.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's below 150, but not
Is it
above
another-
100.
Is it
No, I
another, Is it a?
It's not above.
I know.
100.
It's under $100.
It has battery capabilities. Is
Is it some kind of Joyo pedal?
Some say it does not have battery capabilities.
Ooh.
It's intended
Sick
to
burn.
have battery
It's
capabilities.
designed to have battery capabilities. Is it another TC pedal?
No.
Is it maximum overdrive?
No.
Most of the Joyo pedals don't have batteries, do they?
They're too small.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of those tiny ones.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was thinking of tiny ones too.
Yeah, you're both-
Like the Ultimate Drive with the weird Darth Maul face on it. I don't know if you can open that one up.
Electroharmonics.
It is not
Electroharmonics?
electronic.
Is
No.
it a? Is
Is
it
it
a
a blues
relative?
driver?
No, he said
I can't answer both of you at the same time.
he said like I'm never buying from this because Boss makes the best effect
That's
pedal.
true. That's true.
It's not a Boss pedal, is it?
It is not.
Okay. Is it from a long-standing company or is it from an up-and-coming company?
I would say it's a long-standing company.
Ooh.
Is it an
MXR Badass
course?
Distortion?
Is it an MXR analog course?
That's a good guess.
Aaron for the win.
Mother effer.
Okay, but Cole is the winner tonight because he got 2 out of 3.
I've heard that people like that chorus pedal though.
I had it for a while and I really, really liked it.
And then you
I think it's
sold it.
awesome.
And now what are you doing with your life?
Well, I have multiple Korai.
Oh, you had it before you even did the shootout video.
Dude, I just realized I bought it and then I bought another one. I had this pedal twice.
And you sold it twice.
Because remember, I think I got like a super good deal on it or something. Oh, now I'm remembering. The second one I bought, I saw on Reverb it had a broken knob. Or not a broken knob, but like an actual, like it wasn't non-functioning like pot. It was the knob was broken. So I bought it and I ordered knobs. Remember, and I put red knobs on it.
I do remember that.
And then I sold it for more money than I bought it for because like some dude was like, "Oh, I've got to have it. Those red knobs are sick."
Do you sell it for more than you paid for the pedal and the knobs?
I did, yes.
Nice.
But it is a really cool pedal. I mean, for some reason they do not hold their value like new.
I mean, they're only $100 new.
This is $99.99. So like I said, under $100.
Mm-hmm.
But used they go for like really cheap.
Like under 50?
I think I bought the last one for $40.
Oh, nice. But they actually sell for $100. It's not like the Boss thing where they say they're $100, but they really sell for like $50. Like the DS1 is like actually.
Well, I don't
$50.
really know because this is Amazon, and this particular one that I'm looking at is priced at $99.99.
It does seem like that's the price they actually sell for.
Free Amazon Prime.
Not like
not
list
free,
price
but
or whatever.
Amazon Prime, but yeah. So, I don't know. I'd be curious to see what Guitar Center sells it for.
I'm sure it's $99.99. But I've never played one.
But I would say if anybody's into chorus and they're looking for something cheap, this is the one to get. Even though these reviewers don't like it.
The reviews.
I think they're wrong. I will never finish closing the deal. What a psycho. What's that? What does that mean?
Oh, it's almost like he started to write a review and then like he's like, oh, I got to email someone. But he started typing like in the wrong window or something.
Yeah. But then he hit submit.
Yeah.
But so
I wonder if it's like angry or like in lament. Like, man, I will never close the deal. Or like, I will never close the deal. I refuse to close
maybe
that
it's
deal.
a vow of celibacy.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that Brian Cook would have a whole bunch of other crazy reviews.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't. I looked at all of his reviews, and he has only one other guitar-related review, and it's for the one of the Eventide like giant.
The factors.
I think it's the delay thing or something. And he says he likes it, and that's it. And then he's got a ton of cooking utensil reviews.
So weird.
And it's like this internal meat thermometer. It's like excellent product. Would recommend.
That's like one of my favorite things, though, is like looking at our podcast reviews and on iTunes, and then like seeing what other apps these people have reviewed.
Yeah.
Like, it's always such a weird mix.
And like those people, the people reviewing random stuff are doing a valuable service.
Yeah.
But I also worry about, like, I'm glad that they exist, but I worry about the type of people who are like reviewing a bunch of random crap on Amazon.
Yeah.
I wonder, I'm sure some of them are getting paid to do it, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all just bots.
well, no, some of them are verified purchases and some of them are not. So some of them are bots, but they're not all.
Yeah, that's true. If it's a verified
some of them
purchase.
didn't bought it. Some of them didn't bought it. Get it?
Some of them didn't bought it.
Some of
them bought.
Some of them are
it.
bots, but some of them
bought
bots.
it, and some of them bought it. Same
Some
word.
are bots. Some of the reviews are bots, and some of the reviews are just looks.
Okay, so what should we say
Just-
about this
just
TC Electronic
Window shopping.
vintage analog chorus?
I just wanted you to look at it.
Hashtag.
It looks pretty cool, and it's, I don't know, it's a thing. It's got wood sides.
Yeah. That seems kind of cheap for a wood-sided pedal.
Also, the wood looks pretty cheap.
But it looks like real wood, though.
Balsa wood.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, wood.
It's
not always expensive.
A lot of wood is cheaper than metal.
Yeah. It looks cool though. It's just got 2 buttons and a switch and a switch.
And it looks like it's big, but it's not like crazy big.
I think it's the same size as the other ones. The other like Behringer ones.
Yeah, like that slow gear.
But then it looks like it has that with wood added to the sides of it, so it's like even bigger.
Oh, that's true. It might be a little bit wider.
Let me see. I'm watching a video and this dude's holding it, and it looks pretty big in his hand.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Mooger Fooger?
Moger Foger.
Okay, agree to disagree.
Well, I mean, it's pronounced Moog, so.
Yeah, but it's not my fault that they're dumb.
Moger.
It's not pronounced Fogue.
Why would it be Mooger?
Well, because
Moger.
You're pronounced Moog.
You could say Moger Fooger if you want to.
Moger Foger.
You can say Mooger Fooger if you want to, too, Phil.
Thanks.
You can, but it's objectively wrong.
Okay. Well, those Brits, they didn't
I feel like
invent
wrong
English
and
or
right.
anything.
Wrong and right is harder to find, you know. Maybe
But anyway, my point
Phil's
is
shown a lot of honor by
doubling
pronouncing
down
it
on
that
this.
way.
So that pedal, I bought one. It was like a Craigslist deal, and it was like I bought it with something else.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like exactly looking for it, but the guy was like, "Well, if you buy this one, then I'll give you this deal." And I was like, "Okay."
Why do
And
you
it's-
always do deals with people that sound so dumb, Phil? I'll give you this one if you want.
Which one did you have? The ring modulator?
It was the chorus. Is it chorus something else? Like chorus and flanger or something like that?
I don't know.
Who makes it?
Moog.
Mooger Fooger.
Yeah, okay.
Cole. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was like super big, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like
"Oh
a
yeah, it's a
studio
big
like
pedal."
synth consoles, basically.
Yeah, it's like for studio equipment or something.
But it has a foot switch on it.
Yeah, but like they look, that's like the look of them. And also
Yes.
those things are freaking expensive.
Well, now they are, yeah. I mean, they were kind of expensive before, but now they've
They're
really
just
jumped in
popular
price.
now.
Well, they don't make them anymore,
Yeah.
so they're pretty desirable, I suppose.
Yeah, I bought it. The guy was selling a guitar.
The ring modulator you can get pretty cheap. Here's the delay for $1,300.
Ugh.
Yikes.
Here's another.
What does
one
the chorus one sell for?
I don't see a chorus. I see a phaser.
There's a... let's
I mean,
see
unless
here.
it just has a weird name that doesn't say chorus in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Aaron.
Whoa, some of them are white, and they look really cool.
I'm listening.
And then they have the... Wait, did you have the Moger Foger or the Mini Foger? Did
No,
you just
the
have the
mini
wood
one.
on the side?
The mini one's just like a normal sized pedal.
Is it?
Yours was like the huge one that has wood on the sides, right?
Yes, it had wood on the sides.
I don't know which one you had. Cluster
Maybe it was
Flux?
the one-
Was it?
maybe it was the
Cluster
LFO.
Flux.
Oh, cluster. That's the one. Cluster Flux.
Yeah.
How much did you have it for?
I don't remember, and I remember thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna make so much money on this," and I ended up only making like, it was like something like 80, 60 bucks.
Is this
on it.
in recent history, recent memory?
You don't remember how much?
No,
you
it
paid
was a
for
while ago.
The last one, let me give you the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last 10 sold prices on Reverb. 700, 665, 800, 996. That's mint. 683, 650, 670, 749, 662, and $875.
I'm sure I was on the lower end of that.
But you were...
I know I made money.
You were
But it was
close
like
to
you
that
sold it
range?
for like $600.
How much did what ballpark were you in? Did you sell it for like $500 or something, or did you sell it for $100?
Here's why I don't. Here is why I don't remember, because I bought it. There was a dude with a Jazzmaster, and hard case, one of those flight. I can't remember what are those flight cases called.
SKB?
Yes, it was an SKB case. He was selling the guitar with the case, and I was thinking, ooh, I'm gonna buy that guitar, flip the guitar for the same amount. Like, I'm gonna get the price down, and then keep the case. Right, and he would not go down on the price, and then said, well, I've got some other stuff. And I was like, okay, what else do you have? And then he was like, well, I got this, I've got this chorus pedal. And I was like, oh, cool, I love chorus. And then it was that one, and I was like, oosh. And I'm thinking, this is a lot of money. Like, and then, and I was like, I can't do it for, and I can't remember what the price was, but I was it all is all like, flexible, because I was like, my whole point was to get the guitar case, right?
So you spent like $1,000 on a guitar and a pedal just so you could get a free flight case
and an amp. He had a little orange, like a little orange solid state practice amp. So I sold the amp
for $20,
and I sold the amp. I sold the pedal,
I guess,
and the guitar.
I guess the part that I don't understand is I was expecting Aaron to read those numbers between $600 and $900 and for you to crap a brick, and you were just like, because like, we're not expecting you to remember the exact amount, but you at least remember if you sold a single pedal for $500 or not, because that is a lot of money for a guitar pedal.
Yeah, it's weird that you don't have any idea how much you sold it for.
Like, did you sell it for more than $100?
Guys, of course it was more than 100.
Was it less than 400?
Okay, first of all, screw you guys, because I know I told you about it when it happened.
Okay, I'm going back to the archives.
So we should remember, because you told us, but it's okay for you not to remember.
You, the person
I'm
did it.
I'm saying you guys should remember just like me.
But you did it.
Okay, I'm looking.
No, don't look.
Yeah.
What are you looking in Messenger?
Did you sell it on Reverb?
No, I'm looking at Reverb, and because
you sold it on Reverb.
It's possible that I did not sell it on Reverb, because I probably posted on Craigslist as well. No, I wouldn't have done that if I bought it on Craigslist. I'm looking.
Do you know how to find it? No? Yes?
Why don't you guys talk to each other?
Do you know how to find it?
No, so I found your posting.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I'm good at finding stuff in the old Messenger thread. But the reason I'm laughing, and you were proud of because your ad copy was really good. It starts out with, express yourself with this insane pedal. Who needs a warped vinyl when you can have ... But then the very next thing, we might not even be able to put this in the episode. Right below that. So this is from back in 2017. It says, just in the Messenger sort of notification thing, Aaron set your nickname to Cole Large Penis Duke.
What?
I don't understand. What does that have to do with...
I don't know.
But how much did you sell for is what I want to know.
I know. I'm trying to find
it,
I told him I'll do $375 plus shipping because I've already lowered it so much. What? Then I told him he could have it by Thursday if he... Let's see here. The Moog guy? No, but I'm getting that Ibanez for $180.
I wonder if...
what am I talking about?
I wonder if this
isn't good podcasting, so we're going to have to cut some of this out.
Wait, when did you sell yours? Do you remember? What's the date around there?
It's 2017, I just said.
And about approximately what?
Okay,
February
okay, here we go.
2017. Okay.
I just bought a Squire Jag with a plastic hard case, an Orange Crush 20 RT, and a Moog MF 180M cluster flux with expression pedal for $540. I'm going to flip them all so hard, keep the case, and still make money. We met at a Starbucks. I had Josiah with... Oh, sorry. I don't mean to talk about your children on the podcast. The guy asked me if he was my only kid, and I told him yes. The guy
So this is
He
crazy.
gave me more of a deal.
So
And then
starting, I wonder if this is like before they were out of production, because up until
he gave you the amp
like,
for free because he liked that you had an adopted kid.
Yeah.
Weird.
up until September of 2018, they're all in like the $400 range, and then starting in October, it jumps up to like the $800 range.
Dude, Phil, you
missed it by like a year.
no,
and a half.
you changed. Maybe you changed the market yourself with that ad copy that you wrote that was so good.
No,
that was the thing.
it
You
took
sent
like
us the
another
link.
Year and a half after
You sent
that.
us the link, and then Aaron said something else, and you were like, "Did you read my ad yet?"
Stupid.
So you sold it for $365 on February 19th, 2017.
Is that right, Phil? Do you have it in your reverb?
I can't find it on Reverb.
I'm
Why
looking
can't
at
I not find it?
the listings, and there's sold price.
Oh, you know why? Because he didn't give me a review.
No, you go to
I'm looking
your
at
Go to your
sold items.
Go to your orders.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Do you though, Phil?
Now I do.
How many times did I ask you? Do you know how to find it?
Shut up.
How many times? Many.
I want to
There
see
it is.
the list.
All right.
$390.
$390. Okay.
See,
That's not
okay,
great, but
so
not
that's
terrible.
but that's at least in the ballpark of like you didn't sell it for 100 and had no idea what you had or whatever.
Yeah. But that was like
And
that was
again,
a good price.
here's why
back
I wasn't
then, but
answering.
now, if you sold it for that price, it would be like a steal.
Here's why I wasn't answering is because I had in my head, I knew I made money on it, but I sold it for less than I could have if I wanted to like really sit around, but I didn't because I was making, because out of all three of the things I was making money, and you
got a hard case for your Jazzmaster.
Yeah, and I was like not in the mood. I don't know. I don't know why. Especially now, like hearing those prices now.
I just want
that
to
kind
know
of
what
bums me out.
happened in October of 2018. I'm going to send you a
I know, seriously,
screenshot of
that's wild.
the like
somebody
the chart,
must have used
the
one
price
on
chart.
like when Jack White started playing that airliner. Or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
totally. You're right.
Or I wonder if that's like around the time that they stopped producing them. Because I know it was relatively recently, but I mean I could be wrong.
If you're gonna leave this in the podcast,
I mean I'm taking it.
somebody.
What do you think how much editing do you think I do? For real.
Some listener is gonna be like, "Oh, well, actually, it's because
Dude, our listeners all sound like such idiots.
our listeners / people I buy things from."
Okay, so this is while I was in Paris. I was in France. I was watching the Naked Ladies dance. And so here's a couple just tidbits from back then. We were so young. Aaron posted a picture. Aaron like Instagrammed a picture of a sinusoid cable that he bought, and he was like super stoked because they re-grammed it or whatever. That was back before we were like total insiders.
Way back when, in the way
Before
back
we were a total
machine.
big deal. And then Phil posted a picture. This is in
Look
the
at this graph I
bathroom
sent
of
you.
the place my in-laws insisted on taking me for my birthday. And it's someone had like hastily scrawled a hand flipping you off on the bathroom stall, and then a gun that says "Crip Killa for life" on it.
Wait, when
And it's at a restaurant that your in-laws insisted on taking you to for your birthday. So this is like exactly 2 years ago, basically.
Whoa. Okay, you know what? Here's what's really awesome. You know what else is almost exactly 2 years ago?
Uh-oh.
I sold that. It was a Jag. It wasn't a Jazzmaster.
Yeah, but it was
sold the
it's same
Jazzmaster.
case.
Right, exactly. I sold the Jazzmaster
Jaguar.
on. Sorry, I sold the Jaguar. Shipped on 2/13. I sold the Keeley Monterey.
Dude. Yeah, because that was
Remember
right
that
after
bad
NAMM.
boy? That shipped on 2/14.
Cool.
So I was like sitting pretty. I was like, oh, I'm so awesome. And then this guy must have lowballed me for the cluster flux, and I was like,
Yeah, I was like, whatever. I'm still
Okay.
making out like I'm still in the black or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So I sold that. I sold the Orange Crush. I can't believe I freaking shipped that. How much did I?
Dude, I would have loved to see the shipping container you came up with for that.
It was pretty cool.
You
sure it was
fabricated.
I literally like wrapped it in cardboard, and then because it was a solid state amp, like who cares? I wrapped it in cardboard like 2 or 3 times, and then sort of like duct taped the edges.
You're a
How much did you
monster.
sell it for? Like $20?
You're a monster. I'm a musical terrorist, but I'm also a shipping terrorist.
Oh, the 20 RT.
But there's
though,
a lot
that
of
was like
there's
the
a lot of
newer-
honor in your shipping.
That was like the that was like the newer. Those were like really popular at the time.
Yeah, see, I remember you saying that back then, and like,
Yeah, they were. Everyone was saying they sound like people were putting them in the same. It was coming out at the same time as like the Blues Cube and stuff, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it sounds like a real tube amp and stuff."
I think they're supposed to be pretty good still.
Hey,
I've heard
Aaron,
positive
you got to
things.
end your face. So
Shut up,
another
bro.
thing, I like jacked up my finger, like I cut it with my wire strippers on accident when I was doing this install, and so I sent a picture. And in retaliation, Aaron sent a picture of his scar on his leg because that was also right after he got hit by a
Gnarly.
minivan.
it was.
And it is gnarly.
That was not even when it was a scar. It was like still healing. It
Oh.
it was
Yeah,
an
it was
open
definitely not a
wound.
scar.
I remember
in
because
mid-February.
It was after. So what happened was like, I went and then they gave me like this silver stuff to put on it to make it heal. And so I had to change that every day. But it was like a giant hole for a while. It
Yikes.
was really gross. Ooh.
And also, this is kind of funny. Right after that, you posted a picture of when Andy sent you a friend request on Facebook, Aaron, and you were very excited about it.
Aww,
That's
adorbs.
cute.
And then I
Okay,
dragged
so-
you
And then
full
you said a
salon.
bunch of swear words about something else. That was not appropriate.
All right. Well, with that, it's time to end this episode of the Gear Slum. Thanks for
So
tuning in.
everyone-
Everybody, please listen to me and not Phil.
Tell us
Go.
why
No,
the
this is more important.
cluster flux went up in price.
Yeah, I do want to know that.
I'm sure going to tell me how dumb I am for selling it, but whatever. Tell us why it went up in price.
No.
Also, please comment on stupid reviews on Amazon and tell us about it,
reply to the reviews.
or comment on the reviews.
Hey, thanks for friendship,
Thanks for
Andy.
friendship.
Andy Kim. Thanks for Aaron's
Yeah,
friendship.
thanks for friendship, Andy Kim.